What's up, guys? Come on in, this is my place. This is Derek from Classic Game Room. Look, I don't get sexual around here, but don't blame me. It is not my fault. Actually, it is definitely my fault. So it's Thursday, I'm back with another vlog update thing. Listen, in case you haven't noticed, we're gonna be doing a lot of these. This is gonna be a regular thing. We're gonna be spending a lot of time together. I gotta tell you, I'm real excited about it. I hope you are too. Although, you know what? I don't really know how to spend. How do you want to spend this time together? We could be doing any number of things, talking about things, analyzing things. I don't know. I'm at a loss. So let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see me talk about. Anything you'd like to see make a return on the vlog here. You know what we did Monday? Just out of the blue, I thought, hey, why the hell? Why not? You know, I talked about my top 10 heavy metal albums of 2013. I counted them down on Monday, and I was stunned how many of you are also metal fans. Color me surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised, though. Like a very nice shade of surprised. Like carnation pink surprised. One thing we gotta do, though, is we gotta take care of business. Before we get to any fun or games or anything sexual, we need to take care of business. Right now, you go over to ClassicGameRoom.com, I got a review up. What is it, though? Oh, it's Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects for the Nintendo GameCube. That game is as bad as I remember it being. Well, that's not fair. It's not as bad as I remember it being. Because I remember it being like getting punched in the face. It's not that bad. It's more like getting, like someone takes out your knee, takes you out at the knees, you know, when you're not paying attention. Although that could be even worse, because then you hit your head. And what if it's like Wolverine taking out your knee with like his claws, his blades? Then you just like, flip, oh, now I don't have a leg anymore. So that's a horrible analogy. The point is, it's not as bad as I remembered, but it's still not very good. Anyway, you can watch me talk about it over at ClassicGameRoom.com right now, which you should do. And tomorrow, I'm back with another GameCube game. It's actually one of the last ones in this pile that was sent to us by our friend Kevin from Jersey City, New Jersey. Probably remember last week, I was bathing in GameCube games. I was just showering in tiny, glorious plastic discs. Sounds like a really uncomfortable shower. But still, my heart was in it, and I hope yours was too. I know Kevin's was. He loves GameCube games. But we're about at the bottom of the pile. So tomorrow I'm going to have one of the last ones. It's James Bond 007, Everything or Nothing. That's another game that is not as bad as I remembered it being. In fact, it's a lot better than I remembered it being. Just like Nightfire. I reviewed Nightfire for the GameCube earlier this week, and that was another one. It's actually really good. So this is where it's at. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be having conversations, you know? And I gotta tell you, I'm pumped about it. I'm the biggest fan conversations ever had. And you know what? Here's the magic of it. You don't even need to be here on this plush leather couch with me to have the conversation, although I know you'd like to be. Believe me, I understand the sentiment, and I appreciate the sentiment. It doesn't go unfounded. However, you don't need to be here. Through the magic of time and space and technology and Emma Watson, by God, you could ask me a question right now, and we can talk about it right here on CGR Undertow. You know how you do it? There's no telepathy involved. You just go to ClassicGameRoom.com, which you should already be doing. You create an account, which you should have already done, because it's free. One of the best things in life are free, except the really expensive things. And this is not expensive, it's just free. So you create an account, then you go over to the forums, the Windsquid Pup. There's an entire thread. Just ask Undertow questions. And you know what? I'm gonna read them right here on the show, and I'll address your question. And you can ask me anything you want. Video games, it doesn't even have to be video game related stuff. Whatever you want, just ask it. In fact, you know what? Let's take a look at it right now. Hold, give me a second. I'm telling you, look at this. I'm on the forums right now, having the conversation, doing the interaction, and that's real. Yep. What does this show and a figure 4 leg lock have in common? Nothing fake about either one of them. Now let's answer some of your goddamn questions. So let's answer a couple of these inquiries. Let's start with Dr. Scottnick. He asks, what's our most anticipated Wii U game for 2014? Good question, and a timely question, because just last weekend I did the top 10 Wii U games of 2013. And I bring it up because, You know, I mean, you know the bad rap the Wii U gets, right?
Why would you buy a console that doesn't have any games? There's no games on it whatsoever. Nope, nothing to play, nothing to see here.
It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, maybe it started slow, but there's a lot of good stuff to play on Wii U. It was actually a pretty decent year, 2013, in terms of software. At least for me, it was. And I bring it up because I expect 2014 is going to be even better. I think it's going to only get better. So, and really, I think most anticipated game for me, it's between the three obvious ones that we know about, right? Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and Donkey Kong. For me, it's got to be Mario Kart. The other two tied just below that. I just love Mario Kart, which some of you might think is blasphemy to put Mario Kart above Smash Brothers, but it's just the way it is. Listen, look at this couch. You gonna argue with someone who's on a couch like this? Get out of here. Here's one from Nintendo Genesis 2600. That's ridiculous. That's like 3 consoles in one. It's unbelievable. And he asks about the CGR Undertow opening. He says it's been the same since day one, and maybe it's time for a change. Well, listen up, Super Dreamcast 64 guy. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's that you don't mess with a good thing. You know, like the world is. There's so much wrong with the world. Why put our energy into something that's good in the world? You know, let's look at the bad and let's try to fix that. Let's not try to fix what's good. Let's just leave that alone. Let's just leave it. Let's pet it, and let's sing it songs, and let's celebrate it. And I think the CGR Undertow intro is one of those things. It's not one of these things that need fixed. It's something we should pet and love. Anyway, that's enough for today. Point is, listen, it's all happening. It's all going on. And it's only going to get more interesting and more sexual here at CGR Undertow. So I hope you go over to the forums and ask questions. And you know what? There's other big news on the website that I need to tell you about. You go over there right now. Not only are you going to be able to ask questions, which I'll address, not only are you going to be able to leave your own reviews and level up and watch the reviews that I mentioned here today, but you're also going to be able to play classic Game Room video games. They're not reviews, mind you. These are classic Game Room video games. And the first one that's up right now that you can go play is Space Gar, the original. It's pretty ridiculous. There's a leaderboard. I'm not making this up. Go over there right now. And you can play video games from your pals at Classic Game Room. Designed in-house. Which is, you know, in space. So, and games, the rules of gravity sort of apply differently. It makes game design a bit of a challenge. But we've we figured it out. The secret's out. And it's over on ClassicGameRoom.com right now. Space Gar. With an online leaderboard, and I'm already being knocked down, which is fine. You guys can celebrate that if you want. You know why? I don't need to be on any leaderboard. I'm on this couch. This couch is enough of a goddamn leaderboard. And you know the best part of all this? We'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and we're gonna continue this conversation that we're having. We're not really talking about anything. That's half your fault. That's as much your fault as it is mine. You need to ask me some questions. And ask some good ones about anything. I'll answer them. I don't care. I'm an open book. I am an open book.